Good day, or good evening, and welcome to another scene in Unmask Orlando. And tonight, an entourage? Well, three people are, let's just call it, three people are making their way to not a concert, but a studio, recording studio, or rehearsal studio. They're currently probably getting out of the car. Thorn, Miss Diamond, or Alexandra, and what everyone would assume is their daughter. She isn't, but hey.
Yeah, adorable.
So, it's a concert? Or what?
No, we're going to be viewing a rehearsal. This band is going to be playing at my store's opening in a few days.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is not the reason I asked you here.
Did John get some people together?
Yes, actually, this band is playing at Jason's place. He just
Oh, this is a
borrowed them.
studio. Oh,
Yes, there's a reason why I chose this place.
Thorn immediately pulls out a shiny little cigarette pack and lights a clove cigarette and starts smoking it and flourishing it a little bit theatrically while outside smoking before they go inside.
Ely just her nose kind of twitches. Those things stink.
Well, Alex will take Illy by the hand, glare at Thorn, and go inside.
Well, tobacco, it smells so awful. I've never understood it.
It's an acquired taste, dear.
And I blow it out left, and I blow some smoke right, and I look like I flourish some more with my cigarette. And there's a slight look of concentration and worry on my face.
Ely just shrugs, follows Alexandra. Sorry.
I come in right behind them, about to say, but slip up to Alexandra and whisper, if my little buddy gets excited because of music, I'll have to leave if there are mortals around.
I thought you can deal with immortals, can't you?
I'm fine, except unless there's music or lots of air around, in which case my familiar sometimes makes himself known.
Well, don't worry. In the room we're going to be in, there will not be any humans.
I can barely hear you. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can turn you up. I cannot.
Okay, can you hear me better?
That's better.
Yeah. In the room we're gonna be in, there won't be any humans. We will be able to listen to the music. The musicians won't be able to listen to us, and nobody will be able to see us. So
Awesome.
we're good. Let's go find John. So where is John?
He's inside. You haven't notified him you're in or there yet. So
We're
he's
going
just
in
there.
right now.
Okay. So you see, when you go inside, you see John wearing a three-piece burgundy suit and some glasses, and his hair is slicked backwards. Well, hello, everyone. I hope you
John
didn't find
here.
the place difficult to find.
It's all fine. It's all good.
He goes to the little person and he puts a hand up and tries to shake him. I don't believe I. Do you remember me?
Yeah, we
Eli?
met with the prince. Yeah, I remember you.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance again. Shakes your hand.
It's called Make Your Acquaintance, but sure.
Mm, doesn't matter. Anyway, I
It
have
does
been
matter. Never mind.
I have been practicing to be less, well, less. I have made a new deal, and I have been told that I can be quite. Let's just say I am required to be less. So now I will try my hardest to be less. Oh, pardon my murmurs. Shall we go inside?
Um, yes, are you. Have you already started?
We have been practicing, but then again, our practice might be, well, fruitless if it's not the kind of music you desire for your opening.
I mean, jazz is always good, dear.
Mm,
We will go to the listening room and you can start.
right
Oh,
then.
thank you.
He, uh, he stares at Thorn and he does a nod, and then he leaves the room and goes to the other side and tries to play.
And we'll
Let's
move
see.
towards the designated listening room where nobody can hear what we say in there
Yep,
or see
damn you.
us.
Okay, so that's 7.
So, um, you might be wondering why I asked you here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 successes.
Ooh. So, does Zilly need to roll for self control or something?
Yeah, this is the performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
She would
By the way,
probably need to. Yeah, I think I
Well,
roll.
6 successes. It's 6 successes.
Pretty good.
Hmm.
you can continue listening to your music if you'd like. It would, well, fit.
Yeah, she's quite taken in by the music. Sits there and sways a bit back and forth.
But she's not frozen.
Well,
Well, yeah, you got 1 success. So you barely.
she's quite into it.
Actually, this band is very good. I think that was a good idea after all. Wouldn't you agree, Lee?
She just sit there and seems to be enjoying the music. She doesn't answer you.
But not the best idea. And she look at Thorn.
I've always liked horns. It's your depending on the kind of affair. The band's great.
Well, yeah, I want them at my store's opening. I think it's going to be quite good. In any case, remember when I told you I was meeting with Eve?
Oh yes, yes, yes. We mentioned it.
Well, as it turns out, the meeting was a bit more populated than I anticipated.
She had people you weren't expecting.
Well, I wasn't expecting them at that particular meeting, but they were there. That includes Arjun, Conrad, and Vance with his with Roxy.
I don't know the last two, but I believe you said that we can trust Arjun.
Well, we can also trust Conrad, as I suspected he's unaffected by Marcus's charms.
Ah, unusually strong-willed.
Oh, yes.
This could be handy if, once again, I give you that look of cynicism, unless, once again, that's a plant maneuver, and he is completely taken in by his sire. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well, I was there. I can tell. I can
Or
tell
not.
because I'm also very, very, very hard to dominate, among other things. So I can see the signs. And he's legit. The problem is Illy still in the music camps?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. Well, it might be even harder than we thought. That guy that guy is super powerful.
Hmm.
And from what I understand, the last they knew of him, he was a sixth generation.
Jesus.
Well, that doesn't mean that nothing else has happened since, because that has been quite some time since that happened. If he ate a few more elders, you never know.
Wait, Ely's kind of beginning to snap out of it. Is that the asshole who hurt Katya?
Yes, that's the one. Apparently, he's also in the red list. Eli dear, do you know what the red list is?
She looks at you for a little bit, and she just says, "Kind of sounds like the whole thing with Santa Claus with the naughty list, but
Well, I guess in a way.
Only this time the naughty list is the Justicars of the Camarilla and the Inner Circle. And
we're
you do not get presents if you get put on it.
well, as
Actually,
far as I know, like I
if
only heard
you're
about
on
it
this
like
list,
50 years ago. So,
you need
but
to get eliminated pretty much. A Red Dollar store is going to be arriving in the city. That's as far as I know.
so we should just try to kill him on sight, or what?
Now, now, don't jump to conclusions just yet. Um, from what I understand, the Primogen Council has been informed, although as of now, there is effectively no Primogen Council, as there is no prince.
My eyes look up. Well, as soon
So,
as if it got out that they were harboring him, then yeah. I mean, yeah.
thing
Why
is,
is there no prince?
well, because he is under the influence of Marcus.
Oh shit.
Then if it,
So,
so if that became
effectively,
common knowledge, yeah, then yeah.
well, at this point, we have to assume that it is. And the other thing is that there's a cult that follows Marcus. This might be our way to get close to him, because getting to him in the chantry is going to be impossible. There are way too many words there. The place is a fortress. We just can't. It will take time. Now, the thing is, Conrad could potentially erase the bonds that bind Marcus with both the prince and Katya, but he would need their blood as well as Marcus' blood to do that, and it seems almost impossible. Oh, And there's this other thing. This guy can disappear, can teleport away if things get too hot.
Jesus.
The thing is, he can't get to Conrad, and this is why he's still here because he cannot get him. And no, Thorn, before you ask, we're not going to give him Conrad.
No, I was about to say, you know the people better than I. I'll leave that. I'll follow your
Well,
lead on this.
we can discuss this at another time, but I don't think it would be a good idea to do that. And Alexandra will discreetly kind of squeeze Thorn's hand, like in a like we'll talk about it privately.
Mm-hmm.
So, any thoughts?
Many.
How does he teleport? Is that what you said?
Well,
It's a thaumaturgical practice. It's a
yeah.
difficult one, and not a
Oh,
common.
it's a Catch's Clans thing. Oh, okay.
Yes, the Tremere have many secrets, let's say. Oh, not only that, he can also. Apparently, he can throw fireballs or something like that.
Expected.
Well, he has many, let's say, talents. The only downside is that he's not as physically strong. So, if we somehow manage to get him to spend enough blood that he won't be able to use any escape powers or whatever.
You hit Tremere hard and as fast as you can is the
Yes,
best.
but uh, he's also fast. So we have to make sure that we. Well, you have to understand, we're talking about a very old infernalist that has been diablerizing left and right. So it's safe to say that he has picked up a lot of powers along the way. And when it comes to thaumaturgy, neither Katya nor Castiel come even close to him. Conrad is their only safe bet on that regard. Only Conrad is also stronger. Not sure about the prince. Or, I don't know if we're supposed to call him prince at this point, but besides the point.
Do you know where everyone is? Can you locate? I forgot the prince's name.
Darian.
It's
Michael Darian.
and the Kajat. Well, I forgot how do you say it? Was the Tremere lady
Katya.
Kajit Katya?
No, it's not
I
Kajik.
fucked that. I fucked that all up. What was that? That was from playing Skyrim. I apologize. Let's pretend that last few seconds didn't happen.
Oh no,
Editing.
that so happened. That was epic.
God damn, that twisted that all up. The fuck.
Kajit has wares if you have the coin.
Yes, the furry Tremere lady, of course, with whiskers. We all remember that. Okay.
Well, anyway, I will keep you both updated on that. but for now, I will not include many neonates. I mean, Vance was there, but that's Vance and he's stubborn. So there's that. At least we have Eve on our side, and that's a good thing because she is older and she probably has some maces up her sleeve. Have you met Eve, Ely? I believe you have.
I'm passing. She's the really, really old, really knowledgeable person, right?
Yes.
I'm not supposed to. We're not supposed to call people old, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
changed it.
yeah, you know. Well, unless you have any questions, I guess we can enjoy the band a bit more. Now that you're all caught up.
But like, are we expected to kill him?
All those on the red list, there's a very, very nice reward provided by some clan, or a number of clans if you do.
Oh,
Normally,
yes.
or about to say, but yeah.
Well,
Captures,
Eva
sometimes
just seems to.
capturing people's too hard,
She
honestly.
just looks at you. Oh, what kind of reward?
List,
uh,
just off the top of my head, list a couple of things like some of the clans have done. If you get it, basically get on the red books. Basically, you make a big petition to the Justicars, and then they'll put you on there. And kind of each clan, like if the Gangrel have someone that they decide to put on there, they'll have a reward. Um, and then yeah, Alexandra might know more about the what kind of rewards have been given out than I have. I've not looked into that too much, but I have been
actually, I
quite
think you
interested in
have
joining
better
the Alexanders.
chance. But the thing
Mhm.
is, the Red Alistair is coming in. These are, well, designated into hunting down and killing Red Listers. So we'll see
I
what
put on.
happens with that.
Do you know any of them? Do you know who's got the contacts to bring them in? It has to be the Primogen. But I have to say, all the Tremere are all competent.
Probably. Probably, if I had to guess. But,
Eva is most likely the most powerful among them, even though she's been here temporary. She's old.
well, we have some other elders of significant power in the city.
I give you the look. I need introductions.
I'll see what I can do. As he will wink at you. But for now, let's just see what happens with the Red Alistair and what happens. If they fail, we'll have to come up with a more cohesive plan and we'll have to work together. But let us enjoy the band for now, shall we? So, John, how long will this, will
I
the,
mean, it can be over now if you want. He'll like when the first song is over, he'll um, stand up and try to go to where you guys are, and then he'll knock on your guys' door, I guess.
I assume you do that after the rehearsal is finished, not after the first song.
Well, the thing is, he's gonna ask first if you guys like that kind of music, and then
Ah,
continue playing that kind of music,
okay.
because we don't know what you want.
Okay, then he can come in there.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Did you enjoy that? Would that be preferable for your opening?
That was excellent, John. Thank you. It will
Hmm.
Thank you.
it will do nicely.
Well, thank you. Uh, we have other stuff we could try if you'd like.
Um like what?
Well, we could try something less jazzy if you want.
Less jazzy and more what?
Uh, hmm. Well, there is this new thing I keep hearing about called electronic dance music. We could try that.
I put my.
Absolutely not.
You see my head go down.
Well,
Absolutely not.
I like much
well,
of the new music, but I must say, it
I
feels
want to hear
awful.
more of what you played before.
Yeah, it feels awful
so more jazz.
produced.
Yes, the jazzy thing we've been practicing for a while now. We are very glad that you liked it.
Oh, it was good.
Thank you. He smiles really brightly, like he takes pride in the music he had just shown you. Uh, well, if you guys would like, we would play another one of something like that caliber.
Oh,
Well, we
please,
hope.
dear, please continue.
Yes. Yeah. He heads out and I guess tries to play again.
You don't need to roll for every song. We'll just count the roll for the whole performance. So, you know.
Yay! It's the sixth flat. Yeah, it's awesome. Uh, well, if you guys nothing else to say, I guess John can return when the rehearsal is over.
Yeah, he can. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can socialize.
Yes. Well, he returns again, and well, that's what we have. We hope that everyone in your opening likes it as much as you three have.
I
Indeed.
believe it's going to be smashing.
Hopefully, he smiles.
Little Lily here was really taken.
Yeah, that was really good.
Ah, he goes up to. I hope we can give you more in the opening, something better. Well, do better even.
Well, I have no doubt that you're gonna perform fine. You seem to be fitting well with the band. Perhaps we should
Yeah.
continue with them.
Well, Jason did uh, tell me that I could work for him and play with his in his club. That might be fun. With our other project, he looks at Thorn, and mm,
Nod.
that would be very interesting.
Well, nobody said you can't do many things at once.
Well, I know that doing too many things at once can make things worse and burn people out.
Hey, I've been
But
practicing. I've been practicing my skills. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
he does a thumbs up.
So,
Like for example, go
did
on.
you did you contact my broker? Like I said.
Well, you see, I was, but then I gave it to the band instead. I still have other kinds of money I could use for our other agreement.
Yes, but I think they might have similar issues. But that's not a discussion for now. Do go see him, please.
I will. There is no need to worry about that. I promise to be well and not be over and be less. It shall be fine.
I sure
And I
hope
promise never to accept money from people tied up to chairs again.
so. Yes,
Never
that's a
say
good
never.
idea.
Never say never.
um, are you
We're gonna
going to
live a long
continue with
time.
your rehearsal or will you join us? We will be dropping little Lily off if you want a ride.
Oh, sure. Oh,
Lift.
we have been practicing for, well, a really long time now, and I think they are quite tired. So a little bit of rest will do everyone good.
Alright, then I will drop you off as well.
But do we know if Katya's all right? Where is she?
Well, she's with the prince. Last I know, they were at the hotel, but That doesn't really.
Wait. She's with the prince, who is under the influence of this.
They are both under the influence there. As
Do
is
you see
Katya.
John kind of like glancing like slyly at Eli and you?
Oh, don't worry about it, dear. Just drunk. And
Mm-hmm.
let you glare at Ely in a way that John doesn't see.
She
Can
just
I?
kind of slowly turns her head. I'm not drunk. What are you
I
talking
wasn't talking about you, honey. I was talking about the prince and Katya.
Huh.
about?
Can I roll
So
empathy or something? Or what was it? Uh, was it
yes,
empathy to
yes.
survive?
Well, I guess I'll have to again
What
manipulate
was the roll?
John.
God damn it! Stop mind fucking him, you bastard! Shit! Not again! No!
Well, or actually misdirect more like so.
Oh, just don't make him fall in love with you again, cause that shit was terrible.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
Fuck's sake,
Well, if I fail, I might do something else. I don't know.
god
Uh,
damn it.
okay, so why are you doing this to me, Peter? Ah,
I
fuck.
don't
Well,
know
if
anything.
anything, if he ends up investigating, then he promises not to get himself killed
Oh,
somehow.
great! Two successes, two fucking
Do I have to roll?
successes.
Do I have to roll against that or anything?
You probably have to roll. Peter, what would he roll to contest my misdirection?
Perception, empathy, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Perception. Let's see.
Perception, empathy. Yeah. I hope he fails. I can't deal with
Uh,
this shit.
wait, do I even? Perception is 3, empathy is 2. Okay.
Oops,
I
sorry.
hope I fucking win.
Before
Oh wait, wrong button. Go. Oh fuck. God
Oh,
damn it!
oh, great.
Yeah. Wait, I fucked it up. It's fine. I got 2 successes. Fuck you. But what happens if we die?
No, you didn't get two successes because you have.
I
No,
I
wait.
fucked it up.
How did
Yeah,
you
I
do
got the
that?
7 and the 6. I accidentally pressed D and not
Oh,
F.
yeah, you said.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so we're at an impasse here. But, uh,
Well,
Who
defender
wins?
wins, so she does.
I win.
No, you're not the defender. You're trying to spot
Wait,
something
really?
she's doing.
Oh,
She's trying.
oh,
She's trying to
oh.
misdirect, and you're trying to spot it. And it's generally the rule that
yeah. And
when it's a
I,
tie, the defender will win.
yeah, and I will give a look to Thorn to take you outside to the car. As I explained to John, there was a party. They got drunk some drunks, and she's
Uh-huh.
just worrying about Katya. There's nothing to worry about, dear. Don't worry.
Well, if you say so.
I believe we'll have less of that at the opening. It's going to be great. You were great.
As they walk out, Ely's just gonna look at Thorn as they're moving out. She's gonna wait a bit. She's gonna. What was that about?
secrets and secrets and secrets. Look up. About to say, hey, remember the smoke rings and stuff that I was blowing outside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
I
up.
don't care.
There's two or three still. There's 2 or 3 still floating above.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. What's going on?
I don't know. They
Right.
obviously
Okay,
missed something.
you're gonna tell me what's going on. Has you forced them? Has you forced them to drink his blood or something?
Probably it could have been that and dominate is what I believe is going on.
Okay, you could just say that.
Yeah, it's what I was thinking. I'm not sure why it's a big secret.
But you just
They
a
think
second ago you didn't want to tell me.
I look at her, but at the same, like, they think you're a kid.
No, you are outside. We are inside. It's not. I don't want Ely to know. Out of character. I don't want John to know.
Yeah.
But maybe Thorn could explain that somehow.
But Ely is just going like, okay. I mean,
Maybe she
it's
about
a
to say
bit
apparently
silly,
she
but-
doesn't want. Yeah, apparently about to say she apparently didn't want him to know about it. I'm not sure why. He's a Malkavian. They have dominate. It's not like, or some of them are quite proficient in dominate.
She's just looking at you for a moment. You know, you have some cool pets and stuff, but
She overplays the politics a little bit.
That's
I
true.
didn't say that. I look down. I didn't say that.
Anyway, I'm gonna
she
tell
begins
John.
she begins to smile and look at
Okay,
you.
well,
Okay.
we're inside. I'll tell John. Okay, go get your things. Meet me outside in the car, okay? And she will
Sure.
expediently go outside and tell Illy we'll talk about this after we drop him off.
Okay.
He's young. Let's protect him, okay?
All right. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
As we go on, I do look at like, can you imagine spending your unlife in politics, and then I make an ooze like a ugh.
There's nothing political going on here, Thorn.
Huh? And then I look at you. I'm like, of course. Sorry. My mind was elsewhere, and it was for
Well-
I had a phone call, so I missed like a minute of the conversation. Sorry.
Ela will just look at Thor and go, well, honestly, outsmarting people that are, well, that think of me as a kid is appealing somehow, but I don't know.
I imagine it's pretty easy.
Oh, believe me, dear.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't view you as a kid. This is why you are included when others aren't.
Ooh, in fact, I believe. Did you locate me a human that needed to? Just
Yeah,
a really bad.
I've got a few. I mean, where do you want him delivered? Because I know where they live, but
Crap. No, a delivery isn't necessary. I was planning, so it was my thing. I was going to try to, I was going to take care of that myself. If you want to help, please.
Perhaps
That'd be great.
in the car and not in public, guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought we were in the car. I'm sorry.
We're outside the car. Now we're getting in the car and waiting.
Then we start planning a murder then immediately.
And John returns and goes, "Are you planning to get our new freedom declined friend?"
Ooh.
Well,
You lost
never
me.
mind. I heard you guys talking about something delivered, and I just assumed you were talking about our freedom, deficient person about the,
no.
Never mind.
I was I found I think they're drug dealers. At least one of them is because I've seen him being and Thorn wants him for something. That's fine. Like
that
you got-
kind of delivery.
You got anything worse?
I mean,
Do I have to
It's
roll
less-
something for poker face?
it's less solid.
Kind of,
but there's a guy I'm quite sure he beats his wife and kids, but it's
That's
less
close.
solid because I don't know what exactly is going on, and I really honestly don't care. I mean, the drug dealer is more clear cut. Like I would want him gone, but hey,
Anyone else?
Are we in the car or outside?
Inside the car. I'm like, yeah,
No,
for
we're
real.
inside the car.
Inside the car. I'm sorry.
Out of
I'm like, Pharrell, I
curiosity.
need a top level piece of shit is what I'm looking for.
well, I
Then go to a church. You'll find many. And she will start the car.
he
and
looks a
start
little
driving.
bit shocked actually as she just turns around. What? Church? Why would
A
you want to?
church.
Why?
Because priests are generally the worst.
I can't do the whole little read mind things. Wait. Look at Bullet. Oh, I'm sorry, John. You can, can't you?
To what?
Look at him. Look at him really hard and scream. Hear me when I do this.
Well, no, I can make him fun, but
Oh,
not. Well, I can. I
I
think
thought you
I
had
can.
this. I thought you had Auspex 4. I thought someone has Auspex 4. Ellie? Does
Yeah.
Julie have it? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Ely has it. Well, not
Actually,
to mention that Ely could easily draw out the corrupt ones.
That's why
and,
I found the two.
and then I snapped my fingers. There it was again. For that split second, I'm like, oh, cool. I can take her into a church and like have her scan a couple priests and see if there's a really bad one. And right there in the back of my head is, why would I want to expose little her to something that nasty? I did it. I look at her. I did it too. It's just natural. Now I'm wondering about to say because back in the old world, they would have they would have killed. I'm sorry, they would have killed you and your sire for making someone that
You've
young.
said
And
that. You've
a
said
couple,
that
yeah,
like 5 times to me now. I think I
I
get it by
saw
now.
it. I saw it once, so it really
Yeah,
made
but
an
I get
impression.
it. Like it's
But,
fine.
well,
I
and
get
now
it.
I'm wondering about something. Is it because they would also do that trick and lower their guard to you? I wonder if it was less about protecting themselves and our kind than it was being manipulated themselves.
Of course, it was protecting themselves, dear. When is it something different?
I smile cynically.
So, John, when am I dropping you off?
Well, you can drop me off in my house.
Ooh,
Well, where's the
two,
address? Which one is your house? I need the address.
I believe
look,
it is the hotel and insert address here because I don't know.
Okay.
Out of
oh,
curiosity, Ely, what is your job? What do you do?
she's raising a parent.
A parent.
Yeah, I guess I do. I
Uh,
don't know. Same
Very
as the rest
difficult,
of
I
you.
imagine, to do it right.
The same as the rest of you. Drink when I have to, and keep hitting. And well, I've been moving around a lot. This is probably the most contact I've ever had with anyone of our kind in any city, really, ever.
That's actually extremely the safe way of doing it.
I mean, I can't say I don't like it. Like it's good, but I mean, I always have my parents and stuff. So
It's different for me too. I'm used to having like my clanmates and sire and maybe one or two others around. Having 90, 100 kindred within a couple hundred miles radius is kind of crazy.
mm,
It
Well,
feels it
being,
feels a little crazy.
on the other hand, I'm much more used to being around humans than I am around other kindred, but
I quite like this. For the last 30 years, I was in a basement.
Ah,
He
okay,
just
yeah.
smiled.
Okay, next time we're at number one piano lessons again Tuesday night.
Yes,
Well,
yes. Have you?
piano lessons and lore. I assume it's like 1 hour of me teaching, then 1 hour of you teaching.
Mhm. I assume you can now play Twinkle Twinkle Little
Twinkle
Star.
little
So
star, and
yes.
you possibly have you can maybe buy your lore ranking up because I'm gonna all this XP I just got is going to go into my lore.
Mhm.
Thorn, I was thinking of buying a grand piano. Do you think it would be a good idea?
It
It's
would look
like,
beautifully in like one of your rooms. Probably it would look really nice. But and with that, I unfold a little piece of paper and start reading out, uh, and then asking you questions. I'm like, my home equity rating is I don't know what that means, but 60,000 or I think it was like 44,000, and I just bought a home.
oh,
Shayna sent me a picture of my new house that I will be moving into here the next couple
that's
days.
great to hear. I
It, it,
can't for
I
you to
can,
show me around.
I absolutely will, and of course he nods and bows. I owe you a I still owe you, dear, for your hospitality.
Well, I guess we can find ways you can repay me until we
I've,
meet again.
I've actually already thought of one. Oh, I've thought of a couple, but I mean one physical, permanent one. What you would consider a boon.
We'll
John
discuss
is
it in private.
I'm thinking about doing something for John too. I don't know if the storyteller will allow me, so I have to check with Shayna on this, but I think I could.
you. I
I don't
have a
have the
question
plans yet.
for you,
Yes.
Alexandra.
Please go ahead.
This broker you have told me about, is he trustworthy?
If he wasn't, I wouldn't have sent you to him.
Well, I have heard this phrase, trust but verify, and this is what I'm doing. The latter half, verifying.
Smart.
Well, if he does anything shady, you can alter his perception.
Go
mm,
Machiavelli on them.
But you don't
Tell
have to
I,
worry about it, dear. I've been using him for many years.
mm, okay then. He's going to text him, and let's just say this is the process of trying to get his money clean, so I can just roll for it and see if I actually get it cleaned or fuck myself over.
No, I
Let's see.
mean, I think you'll just need to blue book it and say I contacted the broker. He told me to invest money there, and I got the money back after so and so days, and maybe you'll even get a profit. You'll talk with Shayna about that. Anyway,
Okay. All right.
well,
I think I can help with that too.
yeah, we're gonna drop little Johnny at the hotel now.
What's some of that extra monies?
If you have any
I
more questions for me regarding your finances, feel free to call.
thank you. Thank you for the ride, and nice meeting you again, Ili.
Yeah, same to you.
Uh, I hope you guys have a great evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, John.
Night, John.
We will wave at you, visually.
And
I like
I promise to get you the money when it is no longer uh, washed. Goodbye.
Yes. Good night, John. She will drive off quite fast again. And after a couple of minutes, she will look at Ely from the mirror. Look, there's a reason why I arranged the meeting in that particular room so that John couldn't hear certain things.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I would rather this stays among most of, well, away from the neonates.
Fair
I
enough.
wouldn't want to put them in any unnecessary danger. And I've been working pretty hard to get John to not pry because you know how Malkavians are.
She looks at you and she just says, well,
I'll give him a
actually, I
giggle.
don't know how they are. I heard they're crazy, but that's big. That's
I give
fine.
a little smile. I'm like, I almost, there's a really good bet that he knows more than what you think he knows by far.
Well, unfortunately, that might be a possibility, but I don't need him prying into this. It can be dangerous to him.
And I sigh a little bit and look back at you and remember a conversation when I mentioned getting an apprentice. And I thought about John, but John's too damn curious. And I think that's a bad combination with magic.
Well, we can talk about that later. It's not a priority at the moment.
Not at all.
But yeah, that's the reason why I stopped you. But in any case, both the prince, Katya, and Castile are under his influence, both by dominate, both by emotional manipulation and blood bond.
Yeah, yeah. Nod. That's what I thought.
So there's
And
nothing.
Conrad is able to resist all of it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, they
and do
will.
my head a little sideways, do like the Stevie Wonder. I'm like, God damn, that's like a 1 in 100 kindred can do that. And it just so happens he can.
Well,
I don't. I wouldn't trust. I'm sorry.
he's not the only one,
Yeah,
Thorn.
I'm. You, I got you. I'm behind you. I'll back you up 100%. But this is, including him again, is so risky.
It's not risky because he's with us, he's not with them.
Glance back at him. I'm like, you know how easy this would be quite easy to fake.
And isn't he like the crazy from the crazy clan?
No.
No, he's one of the Tremere, but it's look at you. About to say because me and you kind of agree on this. He could be dominated and told to pretend
Oh
he's not
yeah,
to
we,
get.
we shouldn't we
Yeah,
shouldn't include any of the Tremere.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's dangerous. At the same time, the storyteller guys, I think, has mentioned that Conrad's clean, so apparently he does have those like a merit that gets him away from it, and it does exist. But like, yeah, Thor's like that's a 1 in 100 shot. It's just a little risky. He finds it too
Well,
dangerous.
believe me, I don't believe that there's anyone on this planet at the moment hating Marcus more than Conrad.
That's
Perhaps
probably true.
Arjun, but I believe Conrad hates him even more.
Hope I have a week.
so just don't worry about Conrad. He's going to be a big part of this plan. The only issue that there might be is what happens if Marcus summons him. That is not something that he can resist, so if that happens, we will have to physically restrain him. Which is doable. I mean, we have Evie, myself, a few others that.
Yeah, restraining him at the same time is a signal to that we're coming for him. To Malcolm. Yeah. This is just once again. This is just going to be
It's
very dangerous.
Marcus, not Malcolm.
Marcus. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
This is just highly dangerous.
Well, as I said, for now we have to wait for the Red Alistair to arrive and see what they make of it.
Nod. And do you think there's a
Um,
chance I can get introductions?
Thorn, what we need
Hmm.
to do is cover up the fact that you brought up what you brought up, and you
Do it our
started.
way.
Well, I don't know how the Red Alistair is going to take the fact that you mentioned certain forbidden knowledges in the
They
present.
can't know that.
Yes,
Yeah,
but the
unless
rest of us do. That's a problem, and we have to.
look around. I'm like, I look at little Ellie. I'm like, Ely. I'm like, I don't think she knew until you said it right then. So that's
I
embarrassing.
believe that we need to have some more trust between ourselves, right?
I trust you completely. In fact, I'm at your disposal. A bad word could get me in what's like you said, a large amount of trouble. But talking, I can feel out the Alistairs. They may have more occult understanding and be on the same page as me. They may not, but I need to know. That's why I want the introduction. That's why I would like to meet. I
Well,
can keep that knowledge down and then just come out with some of my old clan demon lore.
well, first things first, we have to figure out that we're on the same page, and
I look back at El.
that everyone knows that we're not to mention that because everyone knows.
I look at Ely again. I'm like, sorry, about to say, and then look back at you again. I'm like, whew, just kind
It's
of sigh a couple times. Like,
Thorn. It's not just about Ely. It's not a secret, okay? We
how
were in the
many
wrong
others?
place.
How many others? Because I mean, I showed you and Arjun.
Everyone who is included. Conrad was there. You were right in front, right next to him in the bathtub, hot
That's
tub.
right.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, about the. Oh
Mm,
yeah, okay. I
Well,
mean, and about my what I did, but never mind. Never mind.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. I will
Right,
make sure we're all on the same page about
of
covering
course,
this up.
of course.
So yeah,
Ooh, Ellie, can I borrow you? There's a
To look at him.
there's a Catholic church on, and
I
name
don't
the
think
address.
it's a good time for this, Thorn.
We
So
can do it. It's fine.
What else is there to do?
well, I have some things to discuss with you.
Okay, we can do that. But I once again, I'm on a. Never mind. I just shut up at that point. I'm like, very well.
Well, unless this is something that can't wait.
There is a time limit. If I can get a certain ritual done, um, at least 6 days before. I would like to have 6 days before anything really violent happens. It would be very handy. Let's put it that way.
Well, why do you expect something very violent to happen within a week?
That's exactly it. I have no idea when if some things can
Very
blow up at
violent
any time.
things you can't really plan for most of the time.
Right. So about to say the more if I have it done sooner is better than getting it done later. That's all. But certainly 1 or 2 nights is not a big deal.
Well,
Probably.
I think it can wait until you're in your own space.
That's exactly. I well that's
And she will smile.
I'm hoping Alexandra will let me move out. That's not gonna be a problem, is it?
No, of course it's not gonna be a problem. Are you fucking kidding me? I want to bring other people there too. What the hell?
He doesn't care.
Not with you there. It's not. It's rude. Anyway, we're gonna drop little Eli off now.
But let me know whenever you need someone. But you need like the worst of the worst.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, but yeah. Someone that no one's that 90% of people will be like, oh, he's dead. Excellent. That's what I'd like.
Okay, I could find. I probably find someone like that.
Awesome.
Stay safe.
Oh,
And my regards to your parents. And she'll wink.
Raise them right, honey.
and Ely just grins a little as she gets out, closes the door. You'll see as you drop her off. It's a bit away from where she lives, but there's at least one parent waiting for her.
Aw. Yeah, okay. Creepy as this sounds, Thorn wants to train Ely. He wants her to be the apprentice. Oh, yeah. Oh, a tiny little Toreador cutie pie.
Oh Jesus!
Demonologist.
Because you're not into already enough
Oh,
shit.
yes.
You need to get
Oh, yeah.
more shit. Oh my god.
Just how fucking spooky is that?
Anyway, they're gonna drive off, and okay, now I can tell you what I couldn't tell you earlier.
Okay. Looks a little.
See, now is where the politics come
Uh oh.
in.
What do you need?
I
What
don't
do we
need
have to
anything.
do?
I just need you to understand the reasons why we're not giving him Conrad and why we don't want to lose this prince and Mrs. Van Essen.
Because you'll have a huge amount of thank yous coming your way if you get him reinstated.
Oh no,
And wipe out
that's
the bad guy and
Thorn, my little Thorn.
I'm sure there's many, many little small things that I don't see in that, but
You
that in and of itself is a fine, good reason.
have to.
I'm doing it for partly myself. Don't think that I'm judging.
You need to see the big picture here. If not Darian, the alternative of Prince is the Toreador Primogen.
Excuse me. Excuse
Fucking
me.
ruining my immersion, damn it.
Sorry.
And believe me when I say it, you do not want Theodos as prince.
I don't. In I. Well, my character probably does know a little bit about Theodosius because I do have a decent politics, and my roll will be like 7 dice. But now I'm not personally acquainted by any means.
Well, you can do a roll if you want, intelligence politics, and see what you get.
3 successes.
Okay. You probably know of Theodos. You know that he's very traditionalist. You know that if
Mm.
if what happened at the pool party was in his presence, you'd be dead. And things would be a lot harder for the more progressive people in the city to, do their thing.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you don't want Theodos as a prince. I don't want Theodos as a prince. Hell,
It sounds like he
I,
would
I don't
dislike
want
me just
him.
because of my plan. And I don't like that at all.
I don't even want him as Primogen, if we're being honest here, even though I consider him a dear friend.
Okay.
Um,
Let's. Is there anyone else of power that can take it?
Not as eligible, no. That's the thing.
This will be a huge stain against him. You'll have to work with that. Or
Well,
the prince.
I believe we can fix it, or at least try to. And let's hope that while we do that, the city doesn't descend into chaos.
How spread out is this knowledge, do you think, at this point?
Which knowledge are you referring to?
The really, really bad stuff.
Well, you have to be more specific. I mean, the
Just that the prince and the high ups and the Tremere are.
I don't think the Primogen know of all the details. I don't think they know as much as we do.
Who sent for the Alisters?
They probably did, or Eve. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was Conrad.
That means they've connected him with the person on the red list, or probably someone has.
Well, I will have to ask Conrad about that, but
If you want to get this guy taken out, I hate to say this, but you might want to do it sooner than later. Because once they show up and start reading with Primogen, they're not going to wait too. It's not going to. The waiting will be over at that point, and he will be removed. And there will be at least will be a battle, and reinstatements will be made, and new princes will be had.
well, I believe that most of the people that I've spoken would show
That's
their
not how.
support.
We're not going to show up and vote.
No, but we can show support to Prince Darien. I certainly will, and I'm hoping the rest
you-
of us will as well.
Shake my head. Can you take it?
What?
Could you take it?
Take what?
Don't be too coy and demure. Set up. But where are we at? Are we back at your place or
Oh, we're still in the car,
your car?
driving towards my place.
Like, don't be too coy. But say, could you hold the throne?
I do not wish to have the throne, Thorn.
Shrug again. Darren's gonna have a huge stain against him. Anyone that wants to play
Listen.
that card will be able to play that card.
Listen, you're a smart man. I believe
I like to think I am, but I'm afraid I'm quite stupid.
perhaps you have figured out some things so far, and that is I may play into the politics and I may play into their circles, but I do have my own agenda.
Is there anyone else in the town that you trust that would be able to take the control? You need to have I suggest having a backup plan in case.
Look, there
story
is
isn't. But
something that could happen, but I don't 100% support it.
look at you.
Because it might be chaotic and bloody. I prefer the diplomatic approach.
Look at you a little harder.
What I want is for there to be change without destroying the whole structure. I
Go
mean,
quiet.
you of all people should be able to understand that need.
Get really, really quiet.
I mean, why should you be a probationary member without having done anything to warrant that?
80% of my clan is Sabat. And the reason they feel that way is because of Brew Hunting Tyler said a lot of the stuff that you said about 500 years ago during the
Well,
inaugural vote.
well, yes, but things change. The world changes, and we need to be changing with it.
I do believe the camera has many, many faults, but the faults rely on individuals' merit
Well,
just,
yes,
and
they have many
unmerit.
faults, but the thing is, I have nothing against the traditions. They work. The faults within the Camarilla are not written in any rule book. They're just there.
Failures of
I mean,
character.
tell me, is there any legitimate reason for the Camarilla to hunt thin bloods, for example?
Look at her, maybe.
The Camarilla denies.
No, they do it. I'm sure that they do it.
The Camarilla denies
Sabat does it
Gehenna
sometimes too.
and all of that. So why would they go against the most vulnerable of us
Sometimes the
instead of
most vulnerable
protecting
or too ignorant. They're dangerous to masquerades and many times.
them? Well,
However,
we
you're
wouldn't
right.
if we were treating them as our own and not
Isn't
hunt them down and kill them for no logical reason. We are not Sabbat.
and I
The
hope that we keep it that way. That's it, because the anarchs are a danger. Without that, but to say, Thorn pitches a little bit of camera, not propaganda, but to say there's something to say for someone that is responsible for that.
listen,
And
um,
maybe I'm a little old school, but
listen, Thorn, we're not Sabbat, but we're very similar, unfortunately, when it comes to some things.
not.
The only difference is that the Sabbat can justify going after thin bloods, caitiffs, and whatnot, because they believe in all this Gehenna crap. We deny that, and yet we still do the same. This is a
That is,
problem. This needs to change. We need to be more progressive. We need to protect our neonates more and not send them as cannon fodder when the older ones can actually do a lot more in less time and easier than them.
be very, very careful when expressing that. Well, I don't need to tell you that. But to say
You don't
those
need to
sentiments
tell me
you're expressing are almost as dangerous as some of the things that I've done last week.
that. Well,
I don't disagree. You're
I'm
right.
telling
There's a
you,
reason I wanted to come back to America and join the Camarilla and get out from underneath the league
well, I'm
because
telling
the
you,
league's too old. They can't change and they will die out.
yes, exactly. And this is why it's so important to me that Darian remains prince.
he, I like how Orlando's being run so far. I have, but to say, except for the whole, he seems to be dominated by an infernalist on the red list part.
Yeah, the point is, he's quite progressive.
Yeah, agreed. Let the young Lasombra and myself in. About look back at you. No, I have not heard anything from him recently.
I'm not concerned with him right now. But the thing is, we need to see who is who in this city and be able to influence in such a way that we can create change without taking down the structure. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen because there will be blood, and it will be blood mostly of my clan and of young people of my clan, and I
I,
don't want that.
I look at you. I'm like, I will support you and Conrad up to a point. That point would only be if someone I think could do a better job up here. And once again, Conrad seems to be doing a fine job, except for
Well,
the whole being dominated and blood ridden by a ancient
look,
infernals.
Darian might not be the strongest prince, but he's a prince that we can work with.
The best acquitted
Look,
to rule is the
the,
one that should be ruled.
the
Is the one that should
thing,
rule.
the thing what we should be doing is take care of Marcus, make sure
Agreed.
make sure Michael is reinstated,
Hmm.
and then we can talk about other things.
And on that note, which is the reason I was talking to little Ellie, so I can and look at you dead serious. There has to be, as you can imagine, there's a ritual to open a well that I need to get all my assets prepared. That's why I was looking for the very bad person.
Well,
This kind of stuff takes time.
you can do this tomorrow. You can even take my car, but I'm not going anywhere near a
I'm not
church.
risking. No, I'm not risking anyone's car. About to say this will be handled professionally. I've got to bring a person back to my location.
Oh,
And that's the other thing. I just got
do I want to
shake
know?
shake. No, you don't much want to know. But I shake keys at you and toss you one.
Does what?
I toss you when we pull up to your house. I give you a key.
Hmm.
It is a house key.
Is it your house key or my house key?
Uh, my house key. And I think I still have a copy of your house key.
What?
So we both have keys to each other's havens.
Well, I guess I'll be paying you a visit soon. Just make sure you hide this well of yours well.
Of course, I plan on setting up some magical defenses. But before that's done, I will have to borrow one of your precious hairs. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hurt a single one of the precious little buggers.
Now you're
That
being adorable again, and
I know.
that's.
We need to put you in something red.
Well, when you do that, you know you're quite irresistible.
Smile. I know. You, however, are gorgeous.
So, are you going to come upstairs or?
Oh yeah. At the gorgeous part, as you're like opening the door to the house, I'm like kissing your neck and ears and everything already.
Okay, and that note, we're gonna end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching, and see you later.